Hi everybody, today I am going to show you how I built this walk-in closet from framing out the walls to installing the floor and installing a suspended ceiling. This room really isn't that big. It's about 17 feet this way and about 12 feet this way. I know it looks bigger on your screen because I'm using that special lens. But basically we're going to be taking about 6-7 feet of this section here. I'm going to be building a wall and turn it into a cedar walk-in closet. So the first step is to just get rid of the ceiling, get rid of this old closet, and get real messy. As I start taking down this ceiling, you're going to notice that I'm also going to be taking the lights down, and as a result, I just won't have as much lighting as I really would like to have for filming something like this. So you're going to see a little bit of a grainy texture sometimes in some of the shots here, and that is because of the limited lighting. Now that the ceiling is down, I'm always worried about what I'm going to find when I'm doing work like this and I open everything up. It's not too bad, just a lot of wires that are way too long, and some old cable wires and things like that. So we're going to clean those up, and we're going to have to reconfigure all the lighting in the closet and also in the remainder of the room. So we're going to be doing some electrical work as well. Now it's time to start building the actual closet, and to do that we're going to need to build a wall. Now this is not a load-bearing wall. The purpose of this wall is just to separate the room and to create the space for the closet. I've done this many times in basements, and basements have concrete floors, so it's not as easy as just putting a nail into another piece of wood. It needs to be anchored. So I found that using steel studs is the easiest way to go about it. Now, I am actually going to be using steel studs just for the bottom. I'm actually using just a track. That way I can slide my 2x4s in and screw them in that way. I've found that this is the easiest way to just put up a quick wall when you need one in a basement. In case you were wondering, I'm using construction adhesive underneath these tracks to make sure that these things never move again. Once you level off the first 2x4 and you want to be 16 inches on center with each one, all you need to do is make a couple of spacers. I cut these down to 14.5 inches. I put one up on top and one up on bottom, and just butt the next 2x4 over against it, and you can screw it in, and you end up moving very quickly as you're installing your 2x4s. With the price of lumber these days, if you want to save some money, you can go with all metal studs. But because I'm going to be mounting shelving, and I'm also going to be mounting inserts for the closet on one side of this wall, I wanted something stronger for the screws to hold into, so that's why I'm going with wood. When I pulled down the ceiling, I was lucky to find an outlet that was not being used. And it is the only thing on the breaker actually, so I'm just going to reroute that power so that way I can use it as the power source for my lights in my closet. I'm not an electrician, so I'm not going to be offering much information here. If you're comfortable with this, then you probably already know what to do. If not, then definitely hire somebody who's licensed and knows what they're doing. Hanging drywall by yourself is not an easy thing to do, especially if you're dealing with large panels. I was supposed to have help today and they couldn't make it last second, so I am doing it alone, and I am just rigging up something here to help me get these big panels up. So this is just a straight edge, and I'll be able to rest the panel on there and then screw it in, and it'll work. It'll be a little slower, but it'll get the job done. In anticipation of doing this drywall work by myself, I actually rigged up this little dolly, and it was a lifesaver. And I actually made a video on it, so if you want to check it out, it'll pop up at the end of this video, or I'll link it in the description below. For me, this is the hardest part of the project. I have been trying to get good at taping for my entire life, basically. And I'm finally at that point where I can get it perfect, but it really takes me a long time. It's almost not worth it. So if you're good at it, hopefully you are, and you're doing something like this, you'll fly through it. Otherwise, if you can afford it, pay somebody, because they're going to do a better job and it's going to save you a lot of time. It's a good idea to paint first. If you're going to be putting up a suspended ceiling, it will save you time. Now this is my first attempt at putting up a suspended ceiling, and to be honest, I wasn't sure what I was in for, but it really wasn't that bad. If you're one of those people that's handy, then you'll probably be able to figure it out like I did. I'm not going to be offering up many tips here because, again, I'm new at this, but I will tell you that the first thing you're going to do is put up your perimeter brackets, and you want those to be as perfectly level as possible. And from there, it'll make your job a lot easier when you start installing all of the framing. I'm using these super thin recessed lights that just kind of clip in, and you can use them in drywall, and I'm using them here also on the suspended ceiling. If you want more info, I'll link it in the description below, but I also did do a review of it, so if you want to see that, the link is also below in the description. I always prefer using tile in basements because if there's ever a flood, you'll be fine, you don't have to replace anything. So I'm going to be tiling this closet with some inexpensive tile, and then I'm going to be grouting it, and then we'll seal it because that way it won't stain if you walk in there with dirty shoes, and then we will be ready to build our actual closet. I was initially going to do this entire project in one video, but I think it's going to end up being a little too long. So we're going to stop here, and in part 2, I'm going to share with you my design, and I'm going to show you how I build my shelves, how I build the drawers in here, and how we maximize the space as much as possible. If you want to see what I've actually been doing, some of the stuff is already built. You can check it out on Instagram. My tag is Artisan Made Things, and I'll also link it in the description. If you haven't checked out my channel before, please check out some of the other videos, and if you like those, please think about subscribing. And for everybody out there, I hope you are healthy and safe, and I will see you in the next one.